So my name is Marije Vogelsang. I'm a Dutch designer. I'm working with food as my material. I'm not a food designer, I'm an eating designer because I work from the verb of eating. I'm interested in eating, but also in transporting food, harvesting food, sharing food, what happens with food in your body, what happens in your brain, in your emotional part of your body.
I think food is perfectly designed by nature. I don't need to design the food itself. What I'm much more interested in is to design the act of eating.
I do installations, I do performances, I do dinners, but I also work as a consultant for food industry.
I'm not so interested that much in high cuisine or super culinary creations. I like to go to the supermarket and see what's there. And when I go there, I see that lately we have a lot of vegetarian alternatives. We have this section next to the meat section with exact copies of meat made from soy protein or other kinds of protein.
I was really surprised to see that now you can buy vegetarian bowls and burgers and schnitzels and fillets and mince and all these kind of sausage meat substitutes. It's kind of eating something that resembles meat, but it feels as if you eat something inferior. I did a project called Fake Meat Project where I thought, well, if you have this product, this protein structure, and you can make any shape, why would we want to copy real meat? Because it doesn't make sense to make a sausage if you don't have an animal with an intestine to make your sausage in. So I'm really confused by that. So what I did is I created 4 new animals with a habitat, with a diet, with a whole story about their life. And by the way they are behaving, by the things they are eating, they determine what they are designed, or how they look and how they taste.
So here you can see the herbast. The herbast is an animal that lives in southern Albania, and there it has to cover itself up for predators. So it has a camouflage fur made from herbs because it runs through the herbal fields. And because it has the herbs growing on the fur, it's a pre-seasoned stir-fry chops. And also this animal is square-shaped, which means that it's easy to pack, easy to transport, and easy to cut and share on the table to get everybody an even share.
The ponti is one of these animals. This is a small rodent-like animal that lives in empty volcanoes in Hawaii, and it nibbles on the ashes of the volcanoes, so the meat of this animal is lightly smoked naturally. And also it has a very firm and stiff tail, and with this tail it makes holes in the magma layers to make burrow to have its nests. And this is quite a stiff tail, so it's perfect as a party snack because you can just pick it up by the tail and then eat the meat.
And then we have the bikyo, which is a vegetarian fish. And the bikyo lives in the shallow waters of Japan, where it feeds itself on the seaweed that grows there. And because it eats a lot of seaweeds, and the real connoisseur can also see that because it has the beautiful green stripes, it has a very high level of antioxidants. This is what it looks like in the supermarket.
I just made prototypes of them, but now I have developed the ponti into a real edible project. And so I have been making pontis with a soy product, with a soy structure. And we have been barbecuing them. And it's interesting to see people's reaction, because some people are actually thinking that these animals really exist.
So here are some marshmallow clouds. They're made with real rainwater, which we have plenty of here in Holland. Marshmallow icebergs, they melt in your hot chocolate to give you some inner global warming.
One of my projects that could be relating to that is my tap water tasting, which is a water tasting of tap waters in Holland. We have 12 provinces in Holland, and every province I took the tap water from the capital, and you can see that the tastes and the flavors is very different of these waters. So by making a kind of tap water tasting and regarding just plain tap water as if it was precious wine and talking about the terroir of the wine. If you talk about wine, then everybody's suddenly really serious about it. But tap water is really just being used and abused in that sense. So this tap water tasting brought together all these different waters from all these provinces in one place, which normally you would have to travel to actually taste them. And then you can see that the taste differences are really distinct. It's very different to taste water from Amsterdam than water from Utrecht, for example. So that's a project to make people more aware. And I think these kind of issues, these serious issues, these are things that we need people, creative people, to start working on. So I think that's very important, and I really think it's a role of a designer to work on these issues.